Hello, it's sisterguard here. Hopefully having a great day. I'm having a great day. We're back to Stand and Rise because we're going to talk about how the Halloween raid is now actually soloable and all the grief that we had with groups was for naught. But before we get into that, and let me show you how I did it, what you need to know, and some changes that are made, please go ahead and make sure you smash the like button, do the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it a lot. And yeah, so we're going to get into it. So what do you need to go into the raid? First and foremost, I would get Dungeon Speeder, Attack Speed, Critical Edge, Soul. Blood Weapon doesn't do anything, from what I understand. Shadow Army, you're going to want +3 slots. Dual Wield, Weapon AoE, and the 675 Shadow Army. That's really all you need as far as talents go. For weapons, because we are going to be dual wielding, I would recommend getting 2. I would recommend getting 2 weapons, both with the Pearl aspects, so they strike very soon again, or they have a high chance. And Burning Flame, because this also is going to do tick damage, so this will help with your overall damage. So I would make sure to get both of those on your weapons. Next thing, in order to claim the rewards, which if you don't know what the rewards are for the Halloween raid, you get the Crimson Fang, which is going to be basically best weapon for a while. The other thing you're going to get is the Halloween Monarch. This is a permanent scaling. Forever you will have Shadow, so super OP. But the reason we are wanting all those shadow slots is you can see how many do I have equipped. That's 18, 24. I have 26 shadows equipped. You are going to want all of those shadows, okay? Because they are going to help with damage. So I'm going to take you through my run, piece by piece, tell you how to make things better for yourself, and changes they made. So when you first load in, highly recommend you immediately turn on your auto attack and start moving towards the door. The difference between a solo and if multiple people do it, even if it's just 2, is the enemy's health has been reduced by 50. Yet some of the attacks are weaker, and we are getting more time to earn when you kill bosses. So immediately start heading towards the door and start moving through the area. Okay? So once you get to room 5, that is the last normal room, then we have the boss room. So which, if you don't know, does these little ground attacks. All you got to do is literally just shift yourself out of the way. Now, I will say, if as far as stats go, if you want to max your range and your player speed for this, I would do that. Just realize part of this dungeon or this raid, we get curses. So you're going to get debuffed. Like our damage is now debuffed. Your speed's going to get debuffed. Your range is going to get debuffed. So realize you may have a lot in the beginning, but in the end, it's not going to matter. Once you get rid of Witch, you lose your range. So the maze is a little bit of a pill. I have a map for y'all where all the enemies are. So this is the first room. So if you want to orientate yourself with different things, this little open area section with the coffin in that corner, or those pumpkins, there you go. The second room has 9. So that is where all of them are located at. I would orientate yourself with the really long hallway there in the middle. Now, once you get done with the maze, we are going to go fight Zeru. So Zeru's main shtick is that he's going to summon a clone that's somewhere in one of the corners of this maze. You have to find his clone or you're going to lose a minute. So I would make sure you angle your camera up like how I do now, and make sure that you can see his health bar. Because if his health bar is not moving, that means he has a clone out somewhere and you need to start checking the corners. The corners are by the exit is generally where they spawn. So if you're wanting to know where to find them. You will lose a full minute every time his clones stay out and you do not defeat them. From there, we have normal rooms. You're just going to want to zigzag back and forth, going up the full entire length of the room. And then after those several rooms, we have Vermin. So Vermin is a little less beefy than if we're going to talk about, say, his group counterpart. His solo counterpart is definitely easier. To avoid his main attacks, all you need to do is literally just run around in a circle. I will tell you this, when he's doing those big line attacks, you are going to have to move to the outer ring of the circle, so you may be able to hit, but your shadows are not going to be able to hit. So you may have to do this room a few times. I almost failed it. But yeah, if you just stay the little red outer ring where you're still able to attack him, If you stay on the very, very edge when he starts doing those big line attacks, you should avoid them just fine. Also keep note, when the bosses die, you do get a considerable time gain. So even if you're getting low, from there, you're going to have a 3-mob room. Then you're going to have Monarch. So our regular Halloween Monarch. So you don't have to do anything special for him. That's just smacking him. Then we are going to have, the next room is going to be our final maze. So again, here's where all the mobs are. So this room has 10. And then the final room is Halloween Monarch. Real easy, guys. He doesn't do anything. You just have to sit there. You are going to want to be in his room with at least 3 minutes on the clock. So if you're not in there by the time you have 3 minutes on the clock, you are probably not going to make it. So I'm just letting y'all know that so you know for whenever you're doing the run. I'm going to be honest. Make sure, just do it solo. Finding a group is like, oh my god, that was such a pain. Just do it solo. Now, in order to claim the reward, if you didn't know, you do need to have, when you are in there and you get Monarch down, you need to have a Halloween raid key, and you need to have, from the battle pass, go all the way down. You have to have a Halloween fragment in your inventory. If you do not have both of those things, you will not get the reward. You only get it once. So doesn't matter, do it again. I'm going to have to do it 3 times. Once for that, once for my main run. And then I need to now go finish the maps and figure out where the heck stuff is at. So, yay. But yeah, the Monarch will always scale. It will be 5 ranks lower than you. So this is going to be a permanent boost. You will always have. And the weapon that is currently out, the Crimson Fang, this thing will always be best. So I'm actually kind of excited about this. This is gonna be nuts. So, all right. Well, hopefully this video is helpful. In that, you know, solo raid's stupid easy. The dodging parts. Oh my god. Y'all let me know if on mobile you're able to do it. I will see y'all next time.